Hello, Internet. This is Dave, and today I'm going to use EQ to turn noise into a melodic instrument in Ableton. So we're in Ableton, and I'm going to Command F. I'm going to search noise with a Z, because I'm cheesy like that. I'm just going to search for some noise samples. That's the one I like. Okay, and then I'm going to Command F and add EQ8 to this sample. So this is what we start with. All right, and we're going to expand EQ. We're going to turn oversampling on. I'm going to turn the gain down. So the first sample is going to be C3. I want to find C3 because I want it to correspond to C3 on the sampler when I drag it in. So if in this expanded view of EQ8, when I'm moving around, you can see at the bottom left-hand corner that it tells you what frequency you're at. And below it, it tells you actually what that note is. So I'm going to find C3. And then I'm going to boost the Q. And then we're just going to collapse this because I found it and it's just too much. So I want to actually boost the octave above that and then the octave above that as well to sort of get like an organ type sound. So I'm going to select this frequency, and then we're just going to select twice as much as 262. So that's 524. And then boost the Q, boost the gain. And then we're going to do one more. And that's going to be 1048. And I'm going to boost the gain, boost the Q. All right, and then I want to cut off the stuff below it and above it. So now this is what we have now. So you can kind of hear it, especially at the end, trails off. So duplicate. Duplicate more. Okay, now it's getting pretty nasty. So I'm going to turn the scale down on this and down on this a little bit. So we basically just have a tone now. I mean, I duplicated, 12 times? What you could do is you could keep processing this with whatever you want. It could be, you could put saturation, delay, reverb, chorus, overdrive, redux. You could put whatever you want on it to create whatever sound you want before you pull it into a sampler. But I'm just going to go ahead and pull it into a sampler and then do all that stuff later to create an instrument that you can kind of mess with and make it more your own. So let's freeze and flatten this. Okay, I'm gonna cut this down, consolidate it, so I can go in and I'll boost this. So now this is what we have. Cool. And I'm gonna call this noisy organ. Consolidate it one more time. Find simpler. And I'm going to drag this on here and then drag the sample into simpler. Delete this, and now we have an instrument. Now when you hit C3, you get C3. Let's actually check it with the tuner. Close enough. So now you can mess with this like you would any sampler. I could increase the attack and the release and play it like a pad. Sounds pretty good. And then I could bring the attack back down, turn down the sustain, and get some sort of pluck. but it's pretty boring, so I would want to add stuff to it. Just so happens that I already made one called Bells Redux. So this is what I got out of this one. So yeah, that's pretty cool. There's plenty you can do. There's the ADSR, drive, frequency of the drive, delay, reverb, chorus, redux, saturation, OTT, and then high cut and low cut. So, and it doesn't have to be a bell. You can bring the sustain back up. So yeah, this will be available. Bells Redux will be available on my website, and the link will be in the description. And I hope you liked it. I hope you learned something from it. Let me know in the comments what you thought. Like the video, subscribe please, and I will see you in the next video.
Bye.